If you're looking for a good, wholesome family movie, look no further than for King and Country's Unsung Hero. Hi, my name is Shanika Bridges Matthew.
My name is Emmanuel Matthew.
And I finally have my husband back here for one of our movie reviews. So he got his hair on here looking all good and smooth. Yes. And so I dragged him to the movies with me to see this movie. He didn't really know what it was about. And I said, okay, I promise you're going to like it. And I usually don't steer him wrong. So I'm telling you in the beginning, if you are somebody who likes family, themes of love, and perseverance, this is the movie for you. I'm going to let my husband tell you about his perspective because he really wasn't excited about it. He never heard of it. So kind of, walked him through Unsung Hero.
The movie was boring at the beginning. It was really boring. I was like, she got me in another movie that's boring. I was thinking about going to the movies and go to sleep. I was ready to go to sleep. I was 5 minutes to go to sleep. I was like, this is gonna be a good 3 hours of sleep. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be very, very boring. But once I got into it, it was a real good movie. The movie was well written and it was like a Christian based movie. It was no killing, no shooting. It was a good family Christian family movie that you can see with your family and your kids. So I would suggest that you do go see this movie. It's worth the time. It was a very good movie. It was to the point at the end I was crying. But it was real good.
From several parts of the movie.
It was real good. It was really to the point. I would suggest that you go see it and take your whole family with you because everybody you could take your little kids to it. There's nothing nasty, nothing, no violence, nothing. It was a nice calm movie. But the sad part, it was only about. I counted. It was like 4 people in the theater with us. I was like, what? Where are these people? But everybody walked out cheering and loving the movie. It was real nice. I probably go see it again on Tuesday when I get a chance when I'm by myself. I go see it by myself.
Well, I think so. Just to kind of piggyback off of what he said, it wasn't boring. They were establishing the story in the beginning. Of course, it is a true story about the Smallbone family, and David Smallbone, being the father of the family, was a successful music promoter in Australia, and his music company collapsed. He had overspent money on trying to promote an artist, as you do when you're in business. That happens. And so they had an opportunity to leave from Australia and come to the United States. And they had a lot of trials and tribulations. I don't want to give the movie away, but they had basically 6 kids. They traveled all the way from Australia to the United States with 6 kids, and the wife was pregnant. And they were struggling, not totally different from what they were used to, what the kids were accustomed to. But those kids are just amazing. And if you know anything about country music or Christian music, you are familiar with some of the children. You have Rebecca St. James, and then you have David. You have King and Country. So you have for King and Country, which they are Grammy Award winning artists. The 2 of the brothers in that from the Smallbone family are in that group. So it really tells a story. And be honest with you, I have heard of King and Country. I like country music. I'm not a super fan, but I have heard of King and Country. I don't believe I heard of Rebecca St. James until today, but I may have heard her songs and then realized who it was, because she's been in the business for years. But what set me to come to watch the movie was a preview. I think we were watching another movie probably in January or maybe it was December. You know how to see these previews, and I did
it was January.
Had to be January. We was watching something else, and I was like, "Oh, that movie seems interesting," and I put it on my list of things to watch because I don't go to the movies a lot. I don't watch horror movies. I don't really like to watch violent movies or like anything that's I feel like is gonna make me dumber. I'm not gonna watch it. So if it's not a movie that's gonna uplift or make me smarter, I just can't. I can't do anything with it. But I will say, the whole cast just really did a great job with this movie. So if you go online and pull up the cast list for this movie, you will notice that one of the David Smallbone, who's in King and for King and Country, he actually plays the father. He plays his own father in this movie. I thought that was really interesting. And Rebecca St. James also makes a cameo in this movie as well, at the beginning of the movie. The Daisy Betts, she plays Helen Smallbone, which is, I believe, is the mother in the group, and she
was a good actress.
She was the mother.
She really put her energy to it. So
yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, just amazing. I mean, just all the whole cast. It was well cast. The movie, I mean, I cried at least 10 times. You know, my husband cried probably 5. He just said it at the end. No, he cried intermittently through it, just from seeing, you know, the trials and tribulations, how they got over it, how resilient the children were. It's just something that you want to take your kids to. You know, I told my husband, the kids in the movie reminded me of some of my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
His brother, his brother that lives in North Carolina. Yeah. I was like, his kids are like that. They kind of act like that, yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah, and then also just creative and how they're really resilient.
You don't have to buy them a bunch of toys,
materialistic,
a bunch of video games, a bunch of movies. They don't care. They find a way to entertain themselves. You could just leave them in a room with an instrument and bam, they're learn. Because I have a nephew right now who's playing an instrument. I was like, how did he learn how to play it? My brother said he basically picked it up and learned how to play it. And now he's taking classes for the instrument. So hopefully they become very good and very successful in music. So we'll see how that goes along.
Yes. Like I said, this is just just an amazing movie. I know the weekend is over, but if you have time during the week, please stop by the movie theater, catch a matinee, and watch Unsung Hero. Like I said, it wasn't that many people in the theater today.
It was four people. I counted.
Probably.
It was
it was 2 couples and then us. So it's really
so it was 6.
3 couples. It was 6 people. And it was a really big movie theater. I want to say it premiered on Friday, but I don't think a lot of people know about this. This is one of those movies that I feel like is going to spread with word of mouth, and we just have to keep pushing it. So y'all, please go watch the movie. And thank you so much for watching our film review on Shackles Off TV. And remember to take the shackles off your mind, body, and spirit. And have a great day. Thank you.
Good night.